of a new thing happening. No? I'm kind of surprised about, for example, when I came back from a trip, there is a big advertising in Barcelona saying, "You will travel more." And to me, it's, no, please, I don't want to travel more, because really I travel at the maximum of my possibility because I have to. And sometimes really this idea of traveling is something very positive anyway. I don't think it is like this, but we are creating a kind of an idea like this, that traveling is always fantastic. And I think architecture in a way is for whoever, you know, for whoever needs it. But I think in a way nowadays we have so many people kind of going here and there, and then it's very important that architecture is kind of recognizable, familiar, making you feel happy. So I think we are in a moment where there is a lot of translating ideas from one place to the other, and also more consciousness about making good quality architecture, because people find it in many different places. And so, for example, public space becomes more important, good quality is becoming more and more important, fantastic lights. I think this is really tourism and architecture. I think it's this idea of the public space, it's so incredible. You know, now I'm preparing a competition, a lecture for public spaces, no? And this is the title. And I was thinking very many times about the importance of the quality of public space, and then I realized that what I would like to say, it's so simple, no? Good quality architecture is making people happier. Bad quality architecture is making people not happy. So it's just as simple as that. But then to learn how to make a good quality architecture, you need a lot, you need a lot of effort. But mainly the idea is this, and mainly when you make a project, you should be very conscious about this, about if you're making something that will make people feel. Festival that I'm experimenting since its beginning, which was 3 years ago, not so long ago. It's a very good event. It's like a magazine but alive. So it means that you have the possibility to meet together with many different ways of conducting a practice, to practically meet with people, and to have a cultural exchange, which is very, very strong and very, really worldwide, as the name says, world. And I think I appreciate this very, very much. And what I think is that it should involve the city which is hosting it a little more. And it's not easy. I know the organizers are really trying to do that. But for example, Barcelona feels, not totally conscious that this is taking place here in this city, and for some precise reasons. So I hope in the future this is now getting better and better, and then I hope in the future this will involve more and more the cultural life also. Involved, as Survivor knows, in many different type of projects. We don't like to say we have a specialization, we do public spaces, or no, we do what is the Spanish tradition of architects. We are involved in whatever is needed. So we can do parks, open spaces, buildings, high-rises, small budget buildings, schools, universities. We have been doing a lot of different things, and I think in a way the architects are this, trying to make a place better. This is, I think, our label, not very much specialized. I don't know, because making definition is kind of more difficult. Spain has a very different moment respect to how to consider historical wealth, very different from Italy. I think here, for example, because we were, especially some years ago, in a moment of great dynamism, there was a kind of, okay, we can work with it, we can change it, we can transform it. Now it's becoming a little more afraid, a little more taking a distance from the historical architectural patrimoine, and this is a pity, because I think it is very nice to think that everything which is remaining, which is historical, it's useful only if it's able to be alive. If it's not able to be alive, it's a good place. First, before I told you that this Spanish way of doing is about trying to make a good place anyway, so you can be an architect involved in urbanism, in public space, in small housing projects, everything. So I think also furniture, I think this is a fantastic way of being. And it has Spain has a good tradition in this. It has good small studios who are very conscious of the capacities of their colleagues or the colleagues of the past. So I think it's a little like Finland, no? Which is not a big place, but it's a place where the architectural capacity is positive. Always you say it's an opportunity. In fact, it is a disaster. but it's what can we do? We have always to reinvent ourselves and to see what is really needed. If we are not needed anymore, we just have to understand it and try to enter into the reality, of course. But I think an architect is always, as a person who tries to make a place better, is always needed. It's like a general doctor. Even in a world of specialization, a general doctor is very it's fantastic, and I think it implies many different things, because it's about understanding what a city needs to really function in the best way. I think it's a main theme, and it was always, in a way, because good architecture or good urbanism was always about making things functioning better. But now everybody's very conscious, and there is this theme of energy, these new possibilities about having alternative energies, this consciousness about how important public space is, how the city should be, which density is the best one to make it work, to make the public transportation. When I met Miralles, he had some kind of heroes, and it was very beautiful to have this discovering of Le Corbusier, or then the secret Le Corbusier. I don't know, but at any time we were traveling, we were kind of discovering new heroes, or local heroes, or people who then you were not very interested about, and then you start to understand. So I think in a way what is very important is to have your eyes open.